Hey fragrance friends, enthusiasts, welcome back. It's good old Ben here with some beautiful fragrances, some beautiful gentlemanly fragrances, classic, timeless, and really refined fragrances for you gentlemen. These are green fragrances. Not every fragrance, again, has to be an oak moss fragrance here, but just gives you a little bit of a green kind of feel. And I tried and I attempted to pick the best of the best. Let me know in the comment section below, did I miss your favorite green fragrance, and what do you think is the best green fragrance of all time? Let's jump into it. Hopefully I included it in the list here today. I got 10 beauties right here, and let's jump to it. The first one, Terre d'Hermès. I have to mention it. Yes, Terre d'Hermès, a beautiful green fragrance. No doubt about it. It has an earthiness, a beautiful Hermès florals. It has some vetiver, and it's famous for this dirty orange and earthy kind of balance of things with this fragrance. There is some oak moss and there is a fougere DNA, still a little bit of it here in the fragrance. Not the most green fragrance, but it has it, and certainly one of the most timeless, one of the biggest top sellers, probably one of the might just be the most popular fougere style fragrance that's on the market here today in the modern century, and with this video being here in 2020. So Terre d'Hermès has still got it. It's still selling. It's still flying off the shelves, and it's still, I think, here to stay. Terre d'Hermès, still a great fragrance, remarkable creation, and beautiful, beautiful craftsmanship from Terre d'Hermès. I prefer the Eau Très Fresh, but the original still probably does the best of them all. So the next one I wanted to pull out for you wonderful gents and classy men out there is Dulce de Verveines. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. And I actually bought this one for my dad for Christmas a couple years back. And this is a great fragrance. Very refined, very classy. Honestly, it smells like a higher grade, a higher quality version of Drakkar Noir. And I don't say that lightly. Drakkar Noir is still a great fragrance. It really is. But this one here brings it to a whole nother level, guys. It's classy, it's refined, you get some of that patchouli-like vibes in the background, and it still has some of that oak moss and that unique Drakkar Noir vibe with some almost dark nuances and tantalizing qualities to the fragrance. You just can't go wrong with this one. If you don't know, if you're ever looking for a gift for your dad, you don't know what to buy him, this is certainly one that I always highly recommend for buying dad for a Father's Day gift or for the holiday seasons. Dulce de Verveines, it looks absolutely stunning looking on, in somebody's closet or in somebody's bathroom or wherever you decide to put this beauty, and it works. It does wonders, doesn't it? It does. So the next one is not going to be any surprise if you're familiar with green fragrances. This is a timeless fragrance. This is one of the best out there. You can't have a green fragrance list without this fragrance, in my humble opinion, even though it's not mentioned by everybody. This is Enthusiests by Chanel, one of the best fragrances in the world, in my opinion. It still has a little bit of the 80s vibe still going on in this fragrance, and it's probably my most beloved and recommended fragrance for capturing that 80s vibe with, some animalics and some soapy qualities, some deep green, and a little bit of spices in the background. Enthusiests does a wonderful job of having class and ruggedness and and just being a high quality fragrance. It's, sometimes it surprises me that this fragrance is still around. I'm sure that some people might say it's reformulated like many classic fragrances, but this one still has magic to it. Whenever I smell this one on my dad, or if I ever do come across another gent smelling like this fragrance, it still has magic to it. And Enthusiests by Chanel, one of the best classic fragrances out there for you gents. Can't say enough good about it. And it has also some incensey and some smoky vibes underneath. Truly, an original, and it deserves to be on this list. It really has earned it, Enthusiests. The next one I wanted to pull out is Fiero by Casa Moratti. This is another fragrance that perhaps is a little bit more dark, but this one still doesn't go all the way there like Enthusiests did. This one is able to give you a little bit of depth, a little bit of weight to it, but it's just in the mid and just in the heart with that classic green DNA, and then a beautiful lime off the top. The lime here smells more like the lime peel than the lime juice, but it still manages to have some zest and some crispness to it. And it's a fragrance that just is quite timeless and effortless. Really a nice fragrance. You know, not a lot of neroli or anything, patchouli or anything else going on here, but it's just a classic DNA. And, you know, there's a citrus, really rounds things out, really smooths things out, and has this nice kind of play on light and dark going on in this fragrance. So Fiero by Casa Marati, certainly a great green fragrance to hit the market. Not talked about enough. It's a beautiful creation and certainly needs to be, you know, checked out by every gent out there. Fiero by Casa Marati. So the next fragrance probably won't surprise you to be on this list either. This is a classic. This is one that's really, really popular. I actually hyped it up quite a bit when you were able to find this one actually on the cheap. You know, people were selling bottles. I don't know if they were liquidating them, but they were a bunch of bottles out there for about $100 or even less. But now it's gone up to its price, and you probably can't find it for too cheap. This is, you know, Fougere Royale by, I believe it's Hubagant. I think that's how you say it, but guys, this is super high quality juice. It's a little bit simple to some people who like really dark things or really creative fragrances, but it's timeless. It's easy to wear. It's just so classy and so refined. When you smell this fragrance, when you smell it on yourself, you smell it on another guy, you just know that this fragrance has class. And this makes you smell like you're made of money. It's one of those fragrances. Some people think it's overhyped and think it's too popular, but there's no doubt about it that this is you know, Fougere Royale. It's called Royale. It's royal for a reason. This stuff smells like money. It smells classy and it's refined. Hard to describe. Everything's very well blended here. It's a fresh fougere. It has those fern-like qualities, light green nuances, and beautiful citrus, and just a remarkable fragrance. I also do get quite a bit of musk here as well. So great fragrance. Really will be classy and timeless. If you have the money to wear this fragrance every day and where you work or where you and people around you will know that you got some money. So Fougere Royale, great fragrance. Not as maybe as creative as others, but it's quite timeless. If you talk about Fougere fragrances, I don't think you can talk about Fougere fragrances without talking about Hubagant's Fougere Royale. So the next one here is none other than Creed's Green Irish Tweed. Another classic. For some people, this is the epitome. This is the best fougere fragrance. For a lot of people, this is the best of the best. And certainly it deserves to be on this list, and certainly will not be forgotten as far as green fragrances go. It certainly does magic here. It's great fragrance. It's refined. It has that lemon verbena, also with a little bit of the oiliness and the rind of the lemon. And it's classic. It's timeless. It's green. It has a playful kind of skip about it with the rolling green grassy hills of Ireland. That's what this fragrance is all supposed to be all about. And it does have that. It's you know, it doesn't change a lot, but it somehow also keeps you interested. It keeps going and manages to keep a little bit of that magic, you know, going, and it keeps going and going. Keeps bobbing up and down, keeps going, and Creed Green Irish Tweed is certainly one that every gent needs to try and see if it has the magic, and if it does it for you. So great fragrance. You know, I love it, but we got to jump to the other ones. It gives other ones a little bit of a chance too. So the next one is Bon Monsieur by Rogue Perfumery. I really had a hard time with deciding which one to mention. Quick honorable mention to Meleg Fragrances. He has one called Forest, and what's it called? So I'm messing it up, guys. I'm messing up my perfect video. At least I try to make them well. But it's something to do with forest florals. I'll link it down below as an honorable mention. But this one is a non-IFRA compliant. If you want a heavier dose of Okamos, this one has it. And, you know, Bon Monsieur is a great fragrance from Rogue Perfumery. It's a beautiful fragrance. It has a lot more patchouli to it, a lot more incense. It's a classy fragrance. It's a timeless one. It has a lot more personality. Again, this one harkens a little bit more towards the Koros type of DNA, a little bit with the soapiness and the animalics going on here, but still a great timeless fragrance. Has some weight to it. Great classic, you know, masculine type of fragrance here. Bon Monsieur smells like the gentleman, that's for sure. And quite nice. Also, again, has a very nice, clean, again, incensey, almost smoky vibe in the background of this one that might work perfectly for you. Give it a go. See if it's for you. And again, you know, Rogue Perfumery and Meleg Perfumery are probably the two best houses to go to if you're looking for fragrances with a little bit more of kick of oak moss, that, you know, using real oak moss, and you don't want to play by the rules of IFRA. They're kind of ridiculous a lot of the times. You know, Rogue Perfumery and Meleg are going to help you out. So the next one is none other than Eau Sauvage. I had to include this one. For some people, this one's a little bit more trendy. This one is maybe not as vintage as some of the others in this list. But Eau Sauvage is a timeless one. You get a lot more citrus here and vetiver. It's not as green as some of the others in this list, but I had to mention Eau Sauvage as being a very beautiful, modern, wearable fragrance for just about anybody, anytime, anywhere. Eau Sauvage has magic. There is no doubt that Eau Sauvage is timeless and will be, you know, in the Hall of Fame fragrances for everybody to love and for everybody to adore for the future. I don't think anybody is going to forget about Eau Sauvage anytime soon. There's been quite a number of really big perfumers in the fragrance game who have said this is a masterpiece, and, you know, it can't be duplicated, and nobody, you know, even if they try, they wouldn't be able to capture the magic of Eau Sauvage. It's just that good. It was made right the first time when they put it together, and I don't think that they're gonna, you know, capture that music. Capture the music and the magic that's in this fragrance. You know, it has been reformulated, though. If you're trying to catch me on a blooper, the original had more myrrh to it. The new one has more citrus and more rosemary and more herbaceousness. But both of them are very, very well done, and the perfumers have again spoken very highly about both of them. And I really have a hard time choosing between the two, but I might like the new one better, honestly. Great fragrances, fantastic Eau Sauvage. If you haven't tried it as a gentleman out there, again, you know, any age can wear these fragrances. Perhaps a little bit more for the gents out there, a little bit more mature. But Eau Sauvage, honestly, I'm still in my 20s, and I love Eau Sauvage. I think it's a great fragrance, and I highly recommend it. You know, it's highly versatile for anybody, and you might just be having your, you know, somebody around you steal a spray or two. You know, if you have a friend or a son or a grandson around, he might just steal a spray or two of that one from you. So the next one here, timeless fragrance, beautiful. It's Concentré d'Orange Vert. So you're getting orange here. This is from Hermes as well. Hermes does a wonderful job for you, gentlemen. There's no doubt about it that Hermes is highly underrated here in the fragrance community at large, and they do a great job with their fragrances. This one, you know, a lot of people say that they love it, but they're kind of sad that it doesn't last as long. This one doesn't have the best performance, honestly, and that's maybe the only negative against it. But you get a beautiful, very wearable, crisp orange, a little bit in the background, and there's some crisp green watery notes to this one. Almost wants to be an aquatic, almost wants to be orangey, but never really does any of those things. It just does its own thing, and a lot of vetiver comes through in the dry down. Just a timeless, wearable, refreshing fragrance. It's one of those fragrances that's truly hard to describe, and it makes you feel a certain way. And I know some guys that even put this in their refrigerator and spray this on cold, and it really just wakes you up. And that's the beauty to this fragrance. Concentré d'Orange Vert by Hermes. This one's good. I think y'all are sleeping on it. Doesn't last as long as it should, but hey, sometimes, you know, this fragrance is more for the guys who want those cologne fragrances. Just want to freshen up after a shave. Just want to freshen up in the morning, and maybe they'll pull out a really serious fragrance or something that they really want to wear throughout the day. Maybe they'll put that on as they go out the door, or, you know, that kind of thing. This fragrance is just great. It might be expensive for being an aftershave, but does it do it beautifully? Yes, it does. You know, this one really does. So the last one I wanted to mention is one that's under the radar, really needs to be talked about, really needs to be on people's radars. If you're a gent out there, if you are a gentleman and you need your classic fragrance, but you want it all. You don't want to sacrifice on anything. You want the performance, you want the value for your money, you want the spices, you want the soapiness, you want the fougere, you want the green, but you want it all done right. Florist Elite is doing it, and they're doing it perfectly, guys. Florist Elite here, beautiful fragrance, very, very well done, guys. It has, again, the soapiness and the spiciness and the fougere elements are all blended perfectly here. There's also citrus in the background, brighten this up and making it even more playful. Florist Elite is absolutely spectacular, and I highly encourage you to get out there and try this one. It won't disappoint you. I promise you, if you get out there and try Florist Elite and give it a go, just give it a little bit of a try, I think it will not disappoint you and you would fall in love with this fragrance. Highly recommended here at the Centaur Fragrance channel. You know, I love Florist. I love a number of their fragrances, but this one for you gents certainly needs to be mentioned, certainly is flying under the radar and for a lot of people. So check out Florist Elite. Great fragrance. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed my list here today. I hope that I described them well enough and, you know, did justice to all these beautiful fragrances. They're quite remarkable. They're quite timeless. And I tried to start out with the ones that were, you know, maybe more recognizable and maybe a little bit more affordable. And then we went a little bit on the crazy side. So I hope that you liked that. I hope that you liked this video today. If you did and you want to help me out here on my channel, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, and tell a friend. I'll see you next time, everybody. I hope that you liked my video, and please, you know, be safe out there. Wear what you love, rock what you got, enjoy your beautiful day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Be safe out there. Again, everybody, peace out, wear what you love, and I'll see you in the next video. I make a video just about every day. If you're still here, you're a real one. You're legit. I'll see you next time, everybody. Wear what you love, and rock what you got. I'll see you, and bye.